It's like when the Ukrainian war happened.
The Bashir family, Sudanese Kiwis, putting on a brave face.
It's honestly like a feeling I've never had before. It's really, again, really hard to put into words to know. When you see those numbers and statistics of deaths every day, that's someone's family member, and it easily could have been ours.
Could have been theirs because the rest of their family, including aunts, uncles and cousins, are trapped in a war zone.
The only way for us to go through is through WhatsApp, and we just try to call, but we can't get through, we can't always get through.
And how does it feel when you can't get in touch with your family when you know they're in a situation like they're in right now?
And it's very sad because it's very worrying that we can't get hold of them.
Their family fled from intense fighting in the capital, escaping harrowing scenes of violence.
You hear the gunfire, you hear the Air Force going, and then in some part of the capital you could walk around and you find like dead bodies. There is no food. They lost electricity and water for a few days. There is no medical aid. There is a lot of people who actually passed away because they can't get the immediate medical aid.
While their family is safe for now, the Bashirs are calling on government to step up.
I think acknowledge it for what it is. Yeah, acknowledge the crisis really for what it is and the extent of the deterioration that we're seeing, and just know that for every one of us here, we have family back home, wanting safety. And yeah, it's kind of, you do feel that survivor's guilt and that privilege being so far away, and we wish we can bring our families over here to have that same privilege.
While the scale of the conflicts is different, the Bashirs are hoping for a similar visa pathway for the family of Sudanese Kiwis that the government has already offered to Ukrainians.
Our community here, there's not a single person that's not affected. There's not a single person that doesn't have family. So we just hope for safety, just like the government moved very swiftly in terms of the response to the Ukraine crisis, which we're not arguing in that response. It was very right. It's a correct thing to do. But we want, an equality of government discretion in how they support different crises around the world.
And they say time is running out.
In all honesty, we feel insanely helpless right now.
And that the pain they feel is shared by their whole community.
People are affected, deeply affected by this plague. Some families here in New Zealand, they lost cousins, they lost family members. They have to do something. They show support for other nations. They need to show support to Sudan.